I have a box. I've been making music since the beginning of the year on a shoestring budget. That means bare bones hardware. Take my computer. I use integrated everything. Integrated audio on the motherboard, integrated video on the CPU. 99% of what I do is done in the box. That means my computer generates most of my sound. I don't do much recordings, so I don't need expensive add-on or outboard hardware. What I do need is a computer that talks to me. I'm legally blind and can't read text, even on a monitor that big. The problem with music software like mine is that it takes exclusive control of the audio hardware. Text-to-speech software and everything else is rendered silent. So I got a second audio subsystem for the exclusive use of my music software. I've already opened the box, and that's not it. It is a Sound Blaster ZX, which is consumer grade, so no grade guns for those audiophiles out there. But it does, should do the job. I got this particular model, even though it's a few years old, because one thing I absolutely hate having to do is, there's the audio card. Oh man, I've not opened this box before. Last time I bought an audio card was like 15 years ago, and they were twice this width. So that's amazing. I didn't think it was going to be that small, considering what it cost. But the reason I got this particular model, come out, is for this little guy. I frequently go between my speakers and my headphones there. I use the headphones for sound design. They're much better speakers than my loudspeakers are. And I'm really tired of having to plug in my headphones and then tweak the sound volume of my computer down for the headphones and then back up again for the speakers. So this thing, and it doesn't look like it's going to come out easily, so I guess I'll take that out in a minute, is a, I don't know what to call it, sound pod. You can plug the headphones into this. It has its own volume control knob there. So I can have this set for my headphone level, and my loudspeaker volume is independent. This plugs into and takes advantage of an independent headphone amplifier. So that's one reason I got this card. That'll be a huge time saver. It takes me like a minute or more to get the volume back to where it was for the loudspeakers or for the headphones, depending on what I was using mostly that day. I'm hoping, it says in fine print, that I plug this in and my sound software will use it instead of my onboard sound, and my text-to-speech software will use the onboard sound, and I can get both. I can actually figure out what the heck my cursor is pointing at. So time to install it and see how it works. I almost forgot. I got a video card too. I didn't realize it, but using integrated video and main memory slows down the computer even for audio work. Video cards have their own memory, and they take a little load off the CPU. So that should leave more for sound. This is a little entry-level card. I don't need something great guns a-blazing. I don't play games. And that's a lot of layers of packaging. It's a little, you can see through it, single fan card that is about the same length as as my audio card. That's kind of funny. So I'll be putting those in. Video card for freeing up a little more CPU power for my waveforms, my music. Audio cards, so hopefully my computer will talk to me. Let's get them in. Some time has passed since I started making this video. The audio and video cards went in fine, but it took a bit of work to get the onboard and add-in card audio to coexist. I mean, Windows was not feeling it. So after a few days, I got it all working, and I was about to finish this video when Microsoft pushed an update to my computer. I think they called it their creator's fall update. And that update wasn't for this creator. It killed my sound. Nothing. No sound. A few weeks later, I got my onboard sound to work again. But the sound card I had purchased was dead. And although Windows showed it in the device manager as working just fine, nothing was coming out. So, thanks, Microsoft. Well, who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Speak. No sound. I don't know who these are. Nothing, nothing, nothing. It is a blank slate to me. I can't read any of this. Thanks, Microsoft. Some of us love Microsoft. All of us love to hate it. Microsoft's technical support couldn't help. They offered half a dozen solutions. Not any of them worked. So I was kind of on my own. Well, I've got sound now. Okay, so where is glitter? Variable wave, electric vibrato, double buzz, glitter. So there it is. I found it because it was talking to me in about 1/10 the time it would have taken me if I had to zoom in. Zoom in to something approaching this and pressing my nose against the screen, hoping to make out a few letters. No idea how much of a help that is. And it works with menus too. So, bounce mixer channels. I found what I wanted right there. I can now, going through that menu, save the glitter sound as a WAV file and then manipulate it any way I want. So, very useful. Yeah. Now, text-to-speech is a real lifesaver in the Reason rack because all these devices, each one representing an instrument or an effects unit or a mixer channel, look similar, and in fact, quite a few look identical. Like these guys and these guys. It keeps telling me what the file name is. Even a blind guy knows what file he's working on, so that's just an annoyance I'm having to put up with. There's no way to stop it. It just does it at random. I have noticed that as helpful as text-to-speech is, Reason isn't fully accessible. This text here, Silent Bob, it's not saying a thing unless I double-click it to make it editable. Wins, etc. Okay, it's all about happy to speak then. I copied the header over to here, which it can read. Whooshes and sweeps. Glitter. Let's look for glitter again. Glitter is not a whoosh or a sweep, so I can discount all these guys right off. That's really nice. The next category is this one. Come on. VW movement. Okay. That is not the next category. Where is the next category? There we are. Chirps and flutters. Glitter could be a chirp or a flutter, so I don't have very many to look through, luckily. Electric vibrato. Double buzz. Glitter. There it is. Found it. Now that, although to a sighted person would have been agonizingly slow, for me that was really fast. That saved me about 5 or 6 minutes. Zoomed in at 3,000%, trying to guess a few letters to figure out what I'm even looking at. So, very helpful. I think I've said that before. I'm just glad I've got it working at last. It took way too long. Well, now that I have sound and text-to-speech software working, both in my digital audio workstation here, I can finally get back to work.